Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you decided to tune in. Today's video is going to be about the military ball. I am going to show you from the beginning, the start of the process to the day of, and my review of all that happened. If you are interested in that, just keep watching. So here I am on step one. Maybe I should say step two. I guess I had to find the dress first, but here I am to get my dress fitted. Quick tip, if you have a formal event or any special event that you're going to and you want to get something tailored to fit you properly, figure out everything that you're going to wear underneath it, everything, and the shoes that you want to wear. Wear all of those things to your fitting. That way you know exactly, your seamstress will know exactly how you want the dress to look or how the dress should fall with what you're wearing. So I'm going to run in there and get that done, and we'll be well on our way to being ready. Alright, so the dress is being worked on and it should be ready by early next week. I am going to run into Ulta. Your girl doesn't wear makeup, so we're going to be working on skincare a lot for the next little while. And so I'm just going to go see what they have. Might make it at home, might buy it here. I'll let you know when I find out. So today you're going to get to see a little bit of what the men's preparation for the military ball looks like. Obviously for that, we're going to need Montana. So he'll get in here on this vlog today and he'll let you know what it is that the men need to do. The service member, I should say, what the service member needs to do for their military ball.
Hey everybody, I'm only doing this because my wife made me. But today, hold on, I gotta pick the notes up. We gotta go to the PX to get some ASU ball awards so that I can make sure my uniform is ready to go. I keep looking at the wrong part of the screen. It's my first time doing this, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing.
Doing great. He has the deepest howl I've ever heard. So I'm super duper excited. I got a text message yesterday from the seamstress that my dress is ready, so I'm here and I'm gonna run in and pick it up, and I can't wait to try it on. I'm so excited. I'll let you know how it turns out. I will describe it. I'm not showing you yet. So it's the day before the ball. Finally, we are finally to this point and I am so excited. I actually just remembered that I told you I was going to tell you a little bit about the alterations I had done to my dress, and I never did. So I'm going to quick do that. As a lot of you know, I dress modestly all the time, and it's important to me that I do so. Finding a dress that fits that bill right off the shelf or ordering it straight offline is really difficult, and most of those dresses end up being very, very expensive. I got very, very lucky, and all of the structure to this dress was there. It just had a lot of lace that didn't have any lining behind it, so I just had the seamstress line all of that and of course shorten it because I'm short, and take it in a little bit in the right places. She did a wonderful job. The dress is very nice, and I can't wait to show you guys tomorrow. You'll get to see it tomorrow. So I wanted to really quickly show you another item that I bought for the ball. I'm going to keep my same shoes. They're shoes I've had for a long time. You'll see them. I'll make sure that they are shown, and if I can still find them, I'll link them in the description below. But I got a new clutch for the ball, and as you can see, it comes in this little dust bag. I've never had a purse that came in a dust bag before, so I was really excited. But as you'll see in the description box where this is linked, it wasn't super expensive. I like looking for deals. So this is the clutch. It is suede. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a nice soft suede, and it has a delicate silver chain that you can wear over your shoulder, or you can carry it with the chain inside the bag. I was really excited about that. Very proud of this little find. All right, so let's get on to the good stuff. Let's talk about the ball. Now, full disclaimer, I've never been to a ball before. Tomorrow will be my first, but I've done a good bit of research trying to make sure that I do not embarrass my husband when I get there. So this is what I found, and this is what I'm going off of. I've been talking about it like everyone knows what a military ball is. I assume most of you do, but if you don't, it really is what it sounds like. It is a formal event for the military and their families to get together, and it's really just a chance to meet everyone and come together as a community. But be aware, as your service member's guest, you do reflect on them. As your service member goes through the ranks, your first impression will matter more and more. So be aware of that, be courteous, and accept that responsibility. Dress code. Your service member will wear their dress uniform, whatever that may be in their branch. For the Army, that is their ASUs. You saw the clip of my husband getting his awards. They have to make sure that everything is as it should be on their uniform. I can't give tips on that because I don't know, but I know that there is a little handbook if that is something you need help with. As guests, you are expected to wear formal wear. For gentlemen, you would be wearing dark suits and a bow tie or a tux. Ladies, you will be wearing knee to floor length dresses, nothing too ornate and nothing too brightly colored. Those are your guidelines. Other than that, you can fill in the blank. When you arrive at the event, you will, from what I understand, go through a receiving line, sort of, a greeting line. If you are walking beside your service member, ladies, please remember to stand on his left. Leave his right hand free to shake or salute depending on the situation. And if it is a single file line, ladies, you always walk in front. Make sure your hands are handshake ready. Make sure your nails are clean, groomed. Make sure that you have taken care of your hands prior to this event. They will probably make a pretty big statement themselves if not. If you choose to wear gloves, remember glove etiquette, remove the glove from your right hand and hold it in your left so that your hand is free to shake. A very important part of this is table etiquette. When you sit down at the table and there are multiple utensils and they all look generally the same, it can be a bit overwhelming. Just remember, as a general rule of thumb, eat from the outside in. That really helps. Place your napkin in your lap. If you have to leave the table for any reason, set your napkin in your chair if you are returning. If you are finished and will not be returning to the table, set your napkin back on the table. Also, your silverware can signal this as well. I will put pictures up on the screen because I don't know how to describe it and it's new information to me. Thank you to the person who pointed this out. I like to have my bases covered and I'm really glad to know this now. Also, used utensils do not touch the table. Again, if you use the butter knife to butter your roll, please do not set the knife back on the table. Set it across your plate where it is not touching the tablecloth. Use formal table manners. Chew politely. Cut small bites. That way you don't have any chipmunk cheeks. And you also can respond to any question given to you without taking a long time. And always one bite at a time. Ladies, this may sound very old-fashioned and may seem really, really odd, but when you go to an event, do not appear hungry at the table. If you need to, grab a quick snack before you leave the house, but also be mindful that you don't ruin your appetite. Those are the tips I have for you right now. I may have many more for you after the event. I will update you on that. But as of right now, it is just a little bit more maintenance tonight, and then tomorrow is the day of the event. I can't wait to show it to you all. If you're interested, keep watching. So it's the night before the ball, and I still need my eyebrows done. I personally do them at home. I use this kit right here. I'll link it in the description. And so I'm about to go get this done. And there, the eyebrows are done. As you can see, the reason I do them tonight is so that they don't look this red tomorrow. And now that is the end of that for tonight. I'm gonna go wash my hair so we have a fresh canvas for in the morning, and we are done for the night. So I most definitely forgot to get a lot of clips today while we were getting ready, but honestly, things moved a little bit more quickly than I had planned. But here we are, ready to go. Montana's just getting gas. There's that handsome thing. We are about to head out to the event, and I'm really excited, I can't lie. Hello everybody, it is after the ball. I promised you my final review, my final thoughts, and any tips I came up with after actually attending. So here we are. Let's get started. So when we first arrived at the ball, I think we got there a little bit early, but either way, it starts with the cocktail hour. So that's really just a time to mingle, get to know, some people that your spouse knows, put some faces to names. It was nice. I enjoyed it. It's also a time for people who drink to get started on all that, which of course Montana and I did not participate in. After the cocktail hour was over, there actually was no greeting line. I would have liked that opportunity to formally meet more people, but that's okay. It's all right that it didn't happen. I'm not sure if it was an oversight at our ball or if that's something that happens at some and doesn't at others. After that, you walked past a long table with a bunch of name cards on it. You found your name. At the bottom of your name card was your table number. You took your name card and you went and picked a seat at the table that you were assigned. Once everyone was seated and had found their spots and all of that, the formal start to the ball began. It started with the color guard, which always raises a lot of patriotic pride in me. I love that part of any ceremony. Followed by the national anthem and a prayer to begin the ball. Next came the toasts. On the table in front of you, there was a program which actually has the toasts and the proper responses printed inside of it. To show you this, I will read the toasts and then raise my Sprite and juice at the response part. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to the United States of America. To the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to the Commander-in-Chief. To the President. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to the most lethal fighting force in the world. To the Army. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to our most valuable resource. To the soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to the most powerful division in the Army, Old Ironsides. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to the soldiers of the 2nd Brigade Combat Team, Strike Hard. Ladies and gentlemen, I propose a toast to those that are strong enough to put up with us, our dates. To our dates. And here's where things got a lot more serious. At the front of the room, which a spotlight was pointed toward, there was a table set for one, and there was a lot of symbolism in that table. So I will read that part to you, as they did at the ball. The fallen soldier table is a table set for one. It is a small round table symbolizing the frailty of one soldier alone against his enemies. The tablecloth is white, symbolizing the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. The single yellow rose symbolizes remembrance. A rose displayed in a vase filled with water. This reminds us of the families and loved ones who keep the memories of our brothers and sisters alive. The red ribbon, tied prominently around the vase, is a reminder of the bloodshed to protect the liberties so cherished in our country. The slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of the bitter fate of those captured and missing in a foreign land. A pinch of salt symbolizes the tears endured by those missing and their families who seek answers. The glass on the table is inverted to symbolize their inability to toast with us tonight. Finally, the chair is facing away from us in order to signify an unknown fate and is empty to show that they gave the ultimate sacrifice. Then the toast. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to propose a toast to our fallen comrades. And there was no response, only silence. It was after all of this that we were all seated and our meal was brought to us. Prior to the event, on your ticket you actually put what meal you wanted. The meal was very good. My husband ordered us steak and chicken, and surprisingly enough, steak and chicken came on the same plate. Needless to say, I was unable to finish the entire meal, and I let him finish my steak. As is to be expected, I imagine, the meal took up the vast majority of the ball. That is a time where, yes, conversation happens, but of course it takes a set amount of time to eat. After the meal, there was a little bit of a gap where people could mingle, move around, take care of any business that needed to be done at that moment in time, and then technically the formal ending began. This is where at most balls a guest speaker would deliver their speech. At our ball there was no guest speaker, so two of the higher ranking members spoke very short, very quick little speeches, and we moved on to the colors being retired. This is another part that just, it's very patriotic and it's very neat to watch the whole process. I didn't video it because I felt like I needed to be standing and behaving in a certain way, and it just didn't feel right to video this moment, especially since where we were seated, that the people doing the color guard would have been able to see me videoing, and it just wasn't comfortable, so I chose not to. Then came a very interesting part of the ball, and from what I understand, all of the balls have this, and I'm sure it looks different for each unit. This unit has an armadillo as their insignia, so it's called Armadillo Punch. And this is a time where the history of the unit is celebrated and mentioned, and with all of those bits of history, a liquor is chosen to symbolize it, and it is poured into a giant tub, very large tub, and it's all mixed together. I'll insert a clip of this. It didn't feel formal enough to be embarrassed about videoing, so here we go.
Our unit was redesignated as the first Italian British Army unit. On May 10th, 1971, we were assigned to the First Army Division. At which point we were in Germany. And to commemorate those soldiers who stood in Germany and faced the enemies across the Iron Curtain, I give you German Hefeweizen.
After all of the alcohol and all of that was mixed together, the commander, I believe it was, went up and tasted it. He said it is fit for human consumption, and he followed that by saying it will now be moved to behind the bar according to the laws of the state of Texas and will be served by licensed bartenders. While those words are coming out of his mouth, and this wasn't inappropriate, this is how it usually goes. As those words are exiting his mouth, everybody, well, everyone who wanted some, rushed the punch bowl and took pitchers or cups or whatever out and drank it. It was gone in record time. I was shocked, honestly. Then came some final parting words, and the dancing was signaled to begin. This is the point that Montana and I left, because at this point people were pretty drunk. And it wasn't a formal dance, it wasn't anything elegant, it was very modern, I'll say. And we felt like it was just not, it was no longer our scene, and we headed home since it was late enough anyhow. And that brings us to the end of this video. It really was a pleasure to be a part of this experience and an honor. A lot of these traditions are age old. They have been around about as long as these units have been in existence, and that satisfies and really excites the historian part of me. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit the red subscribe button, and while you're down there, leave me a comment. Let me know if you like formal events or if there's something you would just rather avoid. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!